The words soul and spirit have been discussed for many years in philosophy, religious teachings, and literature. So what is the difference between soul and spirit? In the first epistle of the Apostle Paul to the Thessalonians it is said, "And may the God of peace himself sanctify you entirely, and may your spirit and soul and body be preserved whole and blameless at the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ." These words prove that soul and spirit are not the same thing. To put it simply, we humans consist of three parts: spirit, soul, and body. The body is our natural material. The soul is our natural immaterial. It is an energetic structure that animates our biological body. And the spirit is a supernatural substance that connects our soul with God. The body is our vessel, which consists of almost all the elements of the periodic table, and in which the soul develops and the spirit is formed. The soul is our personality, our emotions and feelings, mind, will. The soul is our inner I, our individuality. The soul helps us live, it guides us and indicates the necessary actions. It influences our character and behavior, as well as the ability to love, rejoice, or be sad. The soul may be incomprehensible, but it is felt, as it manifests itself through actions and deeds. The soul is an integral part of a person. It is born at the moment of conception and accompanies him until the end of life. The soul is immortal, because it does not die with the body, but continues its existence in another world or in another body. Spirit and soul are inseparable from each other, but the spirit is higher and superior to the soul. The spirit reflects the divine essence. The spirit is a high, spiritual component of a person. This is what connects us with God. This is our conscience, the desire for heaven and holiness. It allows us to receive God Himself and come into contact with Him. The Gospel of John shows that our spirit is capable of contact with God. God is spirit, and those who worship Him must worship in spirit and truth. Spirit is the all-encompassing universal energy of God. This energy permeates all living things. Spirit makes us go towards the realization of our dreams, giving strength and guidance in difficult moments. It helps us find our purpose and the meaning of life. Spirit is a higher category than the soul. It feeds it, helps it awaken. Spirit is omnipresent. It can be compared to the breath of God, with its own light. But the soul is not omnipresent. It is limited in its range, although eternal. It is also energy, but not universal, but specific. The soul is closely connected with the body, since it is embodied in it. Spirit does not exist in material form. It is not embodied, it is present. When we begin to awaken in faith, we begin to hear our soul better. When we feel the presence of God, an inexplicable connection with everything alive in the world, we experience a feeling of being filled with holiness. This is the contact with the Spirit. The Spirit is the breath of God. It guides the human soul on the path of truth and God. Therefore, the main difference between the soul and the Spirit is that the soul relates to man, and the Spirit to the divine spiritual world. The soul is the inner essence of man, and the Spirit is his divine essence. Simply put, the soul is connected with the material world and the body, and the Spirit is connected with the spiritual world and God. Understanding the difference between the soul and the Spirit will help us live more consciously and harmoniously in this world.